Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Tiff, and as you can see, there's kind of a lot going on right here right now. I wanted to kind of do a mid-year check-in to go over my current these are some of these are planners, some of these are journals, and some of them I don't even know what to say they are. They're kind of just like memory keeping. But I actually want to go over how I started my year and what I added to it mid-year or a fourth of the way through the year, and where I am now, because there's a lot right here. There's currently 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 notebooks, planners, whatever you want to call them, here in front of me. And no, I'm not using them all. The goal was to, and I just want to go over how I started and what I added and why some things are working and some things are not. And the things that are not working, I don't think it really has anything to do with the actual planner or journal. It's more me. It's more, I don't have the time. I'm just not intentional, or it's just not pulling me towards it. So anyway, that's what I'm going to talk about today. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, at the beginning of the year, let's go ahead and take this out. Let's move these for a second. At the beginning of the year, I had such good intentions, and I gotta add one more back. Let me see, add this one back, and am I removing one? Yeah, I'm removing this one. And I think that is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. So this is kind of what I had at the beginning of the year. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There were 8 journals here. And some I have kept up with. The bulk of these I actually have. I have another stack that I just removed that I had the best of intentions and they just didn't work. And I'm going to look at those in just a moment. So let's kind of just recap what I started the year off with. Okay, at the beginning of the year, I had my health/fitness journal, and this is a VDS, and I was doing so well, and I have kept up with it basically until this month, until July, and I'm not exactly sure what happened, but this month I have been so lax with this, and you can't, but I can tell, because I can tell with my weight. I am 49 years old. Well, I will be 49 next month. And I can tell physically that I'm changing, with just, there's menopause and there's all these other things. And I was doing really good with keeping up with my weight. I kept a diary each day of my workout, my cardio, the calories, and any just notes as far as like how I slept, my water intake. I kept tabs for each month, and I believe these tabs are from, let's see here. That's not them. I got them in here somewhere. Oh, here they are. Paper Minty Studio. I don't do a whole buttload of decor here, but I would use my Sterling ink subscription to just do a little something. But as you can see, in the month of July, I actually had to go back, and it would just be empty. It would be like Saturday and it would be empty, and I'm having to go back and like backtrack and backfill. And then it got to the point I'm like, okay, let me see, this was last week, nothing. Didn't even set up this week, so I'm not exactly sure what happened. So this one I am still using. I've kind of fallen off a little bit And again, I can tell because if I use this appropriately, I'm keeping up with my weight. I'm keeping up with my calories. That means I'm writing in, putting in my FitnessPal what I'm eating and my sleep and my water consumption. And when I don't physically see it, then it's so easy for me to get off balance. So this is one that I'm going to have to come back to. I'm still using it. I just got to get better. Next was my gratitude journal. At one point, I was writing in here every night or every morning. At some point during the day, I made sure to write something in this journal. And this is is this a common planner? Which common planner is this? Hold on a second. I just simply cannot keep up anymore. Yep, it's my Sterling Ink Common Planner. Duh, I should have known that. And this journal is Giglio, and I adore this journal. You can see here where the sun has already caused it to fade or patina. But I was doing really good at just putting something down with just the slightest bit of decor. And oh gosh, I love this journal. The black with the what do you call this? The nude or the undyed on the inside. Absolutely love it. So I'm still doing this. It's just not on a regular basis. Gotta definitely get better with this one because writing down gratitude to me just helps keep me focused and appreciative of what I have in life and just how blessed I truly am. So definitely I need to get back on the good foot with this one. Next, I kind of have an everyday memory keeping. This is just my regular Hobonichi, and this is a Chic Sparrow, just clear cover, and from Archer and Olive. And I basically take the vellum from my Sterling Ink subscription, cut it and slide it on the inside of this cover. And on this one, I try to put a vellum for the beginning of each month as well. And I just kind of write down what I do during the day. This one I actually have kept up with very well. And again, I don't get too deep, you know, it's just what I did, any thoughts. I didn't do anything in the front of this. I didn't need that part of it. It was just the part here where I could literally just journal. So this one I actually have kept up with very well, and I'm very proud of myself. Even if I skip a day, then I go back and I am able to write down what I did. So this one is really more memory keeping in that sense. So I'm doing pretty good with this one. All right, now my ink journal. I have had this on here plenty whenever I do say my currently inked. This is a Chic Sparrow. This is a Chic Sparrow. And just the fact, this is the, is this the Odyssey line? No, it's not. I forget the line this is, but you can see, kind of see where it was rolled a little bit. And I just love it. I love the ink splotches on it. I have my Hobonichi Techo in here. And this is where I actually have kept this up quite well, where I will keep my stats. That part I haven't kept up with as much. Initially, I would start off with how many pens I have, and for the vertical monthlies, how many pens I have for inks, how many samples, how many bottles, and then the small bottles. Like if I have, like say from the Diamine calendar, ink calendar. So that's what I would call a small bottle that I'll probably at some point transfer into a sample vial. And then if I were to sell any, give any away, gift any, or if someone gifted me some, I would keep them here so I knew what I had rolling month to month. I still have this information in a spreadsheet on my laptop. So at some point, I definitely want to come back and update this. Then I have a section for orders. So anytime I order a pen, I write when I ordered it, I write, and I know this is kind of, it's far away, but you know, you don't want everything read. when I order something, and then when it's delivered, I write in here as well. And some months have more than others. And let's see, I kind of have a paper clip on that so I can go right to the appropriate month. And that's when I first started this notebook, I kind of just did a quick swatch of all of the inks that I currently had at the moment. I need to go, I have so many more, and do an actual more current of all of the inks that I have. And then from there is where I would do all of my currently inks. If I had any ink explorations, they were in, and my currently ink reviews were in here as well. So yeah, this one definitely has been put to good use, and I am really enjoying this one. Okay, next, this is more of just a notebook that I would take with me to church, or if I am having Bible study at home. This is another Chic Sparrow. No. This is not Chic Sparrow. This is a Giglio, and I have another Sterling Ink Common Planner, and I love this match because this is like a mauve pink notebook, and this is an A5, and this is kind of a the color of this is like a mix between a brown and a purple, so it just goes, it has this purple tinge to it, like a deep mauve tinge to it almost. And so this is just where I would write notes if I'm in church or my own just personal Bible study. There's no fluff to this. I have like a regular pen I use in this one when I'm at church, because I don't take my fountain pens with me because I'm too afraid that I might have on something nice and then the thing just burst or something. But this is my high-tech Coletto. I get this from Jet Pens, and you can choose, it's it has four ink colors in here, and I always do black and brown, but you can choose your ink color that you want, and you can also choose the size, and I always go for the 0.4 gel. And oh gosh, I love these pens. I adore them. I have them all over the house. So the only thing I don't like about, I wish I had another, just stick that there. I do wish I had another pen holder because I have my highlighter and my pen. So other than that, I probably don't write in this as much as I would like, because this is definitely something, if it's Bible study or whatever, that I would come back to and review. Next is my reading journal, and I love this. This is my Galen Leather Co. This is a A5 zip, and I've already done a review on this. When I ordered my Galen Leather notebook, which is not in here, it came with this little pouch, and in it is where I keep just my little accoutrements that I use when I am reading. If I decide to tab and keep some notes, I have just, my clear sticky notes, and where I keep all of my tabs in here, more clear sticky notes. So it just fit perfectly. I'll put that back later. It fit perfectly, and it just it's enough room to just lay it here on top. In it, I keep just a card where I would write the month, the book that I read, like when I started and when I stopped. And I kind of stopped reading last year, starting like the end of November through the middle of January. So the holidays just totally screwed me up. But I have some little Coffee Monster Sticker Co. stickers here that I will use sometime. I have a gel pen, a pen that will write on the transparent sticky notes, because sometimes I don't want to write in my books. And one of my favorite highlighter, this color, gosh, I've about rubbed the writing off of it. But this is my Tombow, and I have another one. What number is this? But it's the perfect, like, It's not that bright yellow. I think is it 942? No, 942 is a good one too, but it's a little bit lighter. This is 990. Yeah, 990. And let's see if I can show you a swatch of the color. That's actually it right there where I swatched it before. So yeah, it is a perfect highlighter, a beautiful nude, and I love it. And the notebook I have in here is my A5 Wonderland 222. Again, I've already done a review of this notebook, so this is just a really quick one. But the way I utilize it is I have a quote up front, and I have my TBR. That was for 2023. I didn't even make one for 2024. I have my rating system here for when I rate a book. And then each book, I have a Polaroid printer that I just download a picture of the cover of a book, and I insert it here, and I write the title, the author, the genre, when I started and when I finished. I kind of write down my own. I may look up like book club questions or just write what I think about the book. I give it a rating, and then I give an explanation of why I gave that rating. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good with this one. And oh, I love to just kind of do an ink swatch, and normally it'll kind of correlate with the cover of the book. Sometimes I just do a sticker. It just kind of depends. I did slow down on this one a little bit. I kind of got to get caught up. I was doing really well for a while, but then I got to the point where I was reading and I would start to write, but I kind of got back into reading heavily for me this year, and I found part of my reasoning for not being as committed to some of my journaling is I used to would come home and like just write, like for no reason. I would just be writing, and now it's like I cannot wait to get back home and pick up my book. I download a book, and when I don't want to carry it around, I download it and I'm reading it from my Kindle. If I'm in my car, I'm listening to the same book on audio through my Audible. And so that kind of helps me get through them. But because of that, because I'm like constantly reading, I've got to get caught up because I have read some books and I have not written about them. I mean, I'm prepped almost and ready to go, but I really just got to get back and finish them. Now I'm on this series right here, and let me say, I'm going to not put any more stickers until I write my thoughts on this particular book, because I'm on book 3 and I am infatuated with this series. I absolutely adore it, and I don't know if this is enough if just 2 pages or a little less than 2 pages is enough. I feel like there's so much I may want to write about each of these books, and I am just in love with them. And the only one that I have not put is I am reading, I hope I say this right, Ogorio Prieto. I cannot pronounce that correctly. I'm working on my Spanish, y'all. I'm working on it. And the reason I have not put this one in here is because I'm reading it and transcribing it at the same time, which leads into this notebook. This is a Chic Sparrow. And this is where another Wonderland 222 notebook. And this is where I am transcribing that book. So I kind of just put some stickers and I am transcribing, which I felt like would really help me with my Spanish as far as understanding it. So yeah. That is why that particular sticker's not in there yet. Let me put this back. And I've kind of slowed down on this one too. So I had downloaded this particular book, and it is by Tino Huerta. And so far, I am enjoying it. I enjoy just learning about the Mexican culture and the country itself. So I've actually really been enjoying it. So yeah, that's why that one's not in here yet. But these two that's why that's not done. But these are getting used. Now, for the ones that are not getting used. At the beginning of the year, the one that I had said I was going to use that I literally did not get started. Like, I might have put one or two things. This was going to be my social media planner. I was planning to be so intentional. And I was like in the back writing down ideas and thoughts. Look at that. Just white pages. Couple of things here and there, but white pages. So that never got off the ground. Gosh, and I'm so disappointed in myself. I love this. This is a chic sparrow. I love this black with the white stitching. I still want this in an A5 if I can ever get my hands on it. Just because I like to change my planner covers every now and then, especially with the seasons. But yeah, this one just never got off the ground. But I just want to so bad. I want to be intentional and use this one, and I never did. This one right here was actually before this year started, but I am that woman that loves some plants, and I want plants all through my house. However, I will kill a plant just by looking at it. And I was like, okay, some people just have that green thumb, and I'm not one of them. I am trying. I'm really trying. And I have 3 right now. They're still alive. I hope they stay that way. I talk to them. I'm like, please don't die on me. But my goal with this notebook was, this is an Archer and Olive, and I would just hold on to the card that comes in the plant, and I kind of like just decorate it by drawing the leaves that kind of matched the plant, and I would write down any important information and how I got the plant. Like, my daughter gave me this particular plant. Unfortunately, it did not live, so this page, gosh. I would just take a picture of it if I didn't have the card and write the same information and things that I need to know, like the type of light it needs, when it needs to be watered, yada, 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 all that stuff. And I never finished it. And maybe it's because I'm just so afraid of, I don't know, what I'm going to do to a plant. But I love greenery, so I'm going to get back to it. Because so far, the 3 that I have, I need to put them in here so that I can keep up with watering and anything else that goes along with it. So yeah, I'm going to get back to it, but this one has not been working. I shouldn't say that. It's not that it's not working. I just have not kept up with it. So there you go. This notebook, I started this one, and this was not one from this year, but I wanted to pull it out and show it to you because I really need to get back into this one. I started this notebook during COVID. During COVID, nothing was going on. All I was doing was writing and watching TV. And my goal was to make this sort of like my book journal, but this was going to be like my TV journal. And this is an Archer and Olive 8x8. And I basically decorated to document any film and TV. And I had a page for all the movies that I wanted to watch. I broke it down by genre. I was going to give it a rating, especially like the old black and white classics. I have a friend, and she is a black and white classic guru. I mean, she knows all of the actors and actresses, and she's my go-to when I need to know about a classic film. So I had this whole list, and I was supposed to mark them off when I finally watched them, and that didn't happen. And then I had the same thing for TV series. And I had a rating system and the season that, if they had multiple seasons, I would write which seasons I watched, and I started it. So I started watching The Mandalorian. I was a little behind. I did not watch that when it first came out, but watched December 2020. So that lets you know how old this book is, and I will put right here that it's a series. And I actually gave it a 5-star. That first season, I just really, really, really loved it. And here's where I wrote about my thoughts on the first season and the second season, and then I kind of stopped. I never did go back and finish the series. And gosh, who doesn't like Baby Yoda? And then I love The Office. And as you can see, I drew it out. Can you see that? Let me get a little closer. So just the emblem for The Office, I drew it out. I was going to color it. I have stickers for all of the cast in The Office, and I was going to write like my thoughts on all of them and how I like the characters. Never got to it. Never went any further. So this is something that will be done at some point. But this particular TV journal just never went anywhere. But I'm going to get to it. I'm going to do it. All right, this is my newest journal. This is my pen journal. I have yet to get this where I want it. I still need to backfill it. I showed this on, I think, my last pen, my last new pen day video, where my goal is to take a picture of a pen. Here I have indoors, indoor lighting, and outdoors, and just write a little something about that particular pen. And then I'm gonna also have a notebook for like my wish list, you know, for pens that I want. And this is in a Chic Sparrow cover as well. But this one I'm not gonna say is a fail at all, because I just haven't had time to put, because I think I'm starting in June. I was gonna start in June for 2024 going forward. So I gotta go and take some pictures and put those in for June, and then once this gets more in there, I will definitely share it with you guys. Now are the two that I'd say mid-spring I came on here and it's like, hey, I got this great idea and I want to make these two journals. And one was going to be one geared towards my pup. And did I ever even get it started? No, I never got it started. This will still come to fruition because bless his heart, he is 13 this year, I believe. And this little dog is my heart. He's sitting next to me snoring right now. And he has Cushing's disease. And I definitely want to have a journal for him. So this will get done at some point. I just did not do it when I planned to. But this is an Archer and Olive. And gosh, if Archer and Olive ever came out with a notebook with like Tomoe River paper, I believe I would just be over the moon. I love this paper. It's fountain pen friendly to a certain extent, meaning that it doesn't bleed through, but it's not, I don't enjoy using my fountain pens on this paper. I just don't, but I have other pens that I will use. It's just not as enjoyable for me, but this will get filled out eventually. And lastly, yes, another Archer and Olive. As you can tell, I love Chic Sparrow and Archer and Olive. I got this one. I have a couple of these, I believe. And I forget the name of this collab. B. Harris. This is the B. Harris collab. And I literally, my goal for this was to use this kind of for my Black Girl Magic quotes. Any quotes that I liked, I wanted to just use this notebook to put just random quotes that I find that I like. And that's what this notebook was going to be for. But I never got it started. Again, not going to say it's not going to happen, but maybe, hopefully. So, yeah. Hopefully one day. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. That's where I am. My goal is to beef things up. But if I could just break away from my books for a moment. But I'm really enjoying reading. And I would love to put more on about the books that I read. But I just don't know. I never intended for this channel to be geared towards that. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. But right now, this is where I am with my journals, books, notebooks, planners. and I'm hoping to get back on track because that's a lot. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.